for the risk assessment, we know that in the previous day, my colleague Randy has explained regarding the risk and vulnerability and also exposure and hazard. So with those with the scorecard, I think city can identify their potential risk, and also using identify the reassessment for the multi-hazard analysis. As we know that there are so many cities in the Asia Pacific. When we make a plan, don't only think about one hazard, but the impact of multi-hazard, like a disaster, multi-hazard. It is always important. Maybe Sanjaya can add on that, and also on the qualitative on quantitative assessment. This is also important, and also when we make a plan, there should be like how can I say specific measurements, and also we have to know how the exposure itself, and then we can also get the information regarding the potential or estimation of the losses. Next. This is one example from Makati, Philippines. I think there is a Makati representative here. Maybe Makati representative can share regarding the disaster risk governance and coordinations. I remember when it was, I think, in 2017, during the TOT, the trainings for scorecard, and Makati actually quite advanced on the disaster risk governance and coordinations. And we know that this is a multi-stakeholder approach is very important, because of in the principle of no one left behind is also makes local governments can mobilize all the resources that can be used during the planning process. And also the vertical coordination. This is also something that we always hear, yeah, when local government shares some challenges. So the vertical coordinations between local to national is one of the key issues, and also accompanied by relevant law and policies. I think this is very important as well. Normally, local governments, they have to produce like regulations, how to make it all the plan and policies works and can be implemented in their city. And mainstreaming of DRI in development plan and the budget. This is also very extremely important, since we know that all the action plans, all the development plans should be embedded or should be integrated into their development plans. For example, in Indonesia, there are some challenges that are like a city facings, how they can integrate all the action plan or the DRR action plan into their development plans. So then it will trigger local governments to make a better budgetings, and also can mobilize all the resources that they have. Next. This is the assessing risk and resiliency. I think we will have the exercise after this, but for this, the resilient assessment, it is provide a baseline analysis for the development of the DRR resilience strategy. We know that before we make a plan, there should be like a baseline analysis, and also we have to identify all these potentials, and also potential hazard and all this kind of informations for the like preparing the strategy. And also we have to look beyond the risk and into governance and coordination structure, future trends and policies, and competencies and implementation. So according to the the existing tool that we have, that UNDRR has, disaster resilience scorecard, actually there is another tools developed by UN Habitat. This is kind of like city resilience profiling tools. It's also very useful. Help city to set their strategy, and using the tool, they can identify all the they can prepare the baseline analysis. It is I think it is very simple. It's not that difficult, but as I know that UNDRR will develop the online system for the tools. So city will join the MCR campaigns. They can access the tools free, I think, and they can also use the tools for prepare or make the strategy for the city. I think that's all. Next. Oh yeah, I think I will skip this. This is we will share the presentations, and next. Okay. I just want to have maybe other city here who are joining our TOT. We can share the experience regarding like Makati was mentioned there. Next. This is also experience from Maputo, Mozambique. They use the city presence profiling tools developed by UN Habitat. So they can identify the pressing hazard like malaria, heat wave, flood, drought, tropical cyclones, and all they establish the evidence base to support the actions, and in-depth understanding pressure point and stressors. Next. This is also lessons from Dakar, Senegal, observatory of urban resilience. Next.